YouTube, what is good? We are back with another video. If you are here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Heavy on the like, comment, and subscribe, all three of them, because I need to know who you are and I want to make more of these videos for y'all. So just do that for me. Just do that for me. But today's video is for brand owners, brand designers, fashion designers, those who want to start a small business. If you are trying to get your sizing charts right and trying to get your garment size correctly, one piece of advice that I'd say, if you have the time for it, is you always want to take your favorite garment, your favorite jersey, your favorite pants, your favorite shirt, whatever it is, you always want to take that and ship it to the manufacturer. Only if you have enough time to do that. If you're kind of in a rush, that's what this video here is for today. I'm going to show you how to size these garments. And I'm going to show you how to get that to the manufacturer so everything can be correct and come back exactly how you need it to come back. So just follow along. So first things first, you definitely are going to need to have some measuring tape. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Amazon, get it overnighted, however you want to get it, but you're definitely going to need this. Today we are going to be measuring eight different angles, and you can measure more angles if you like, but I'm just going to show you the main angles to measure. And when you measure these angles, an important note here is, instead of just sending the manufacturer the numbers over and just labeling like width, length, and all that good stuff, you want to make sure you get pictures of what you're measuring as well, just so they can have a visual representation of what you need. All right, so we're starting with the length of the shirt, and the length of the shirt is how long you actually want the shirt to be. So when measuring the length of the shirt, we're going to start all the way at the top, right by the seam. And we are going to, actually, let me come on this side. And we are going to come all the way down to the bottom of the shirt. So, important note. I know crop shirts are in style. We don't know how long they're going to be in style. People might want their shirts a little bit longer. So when you do send it to the manufacturer, just, kind of highlight that you wanted an inch longer than what it is already, or you could just stay with the same length. So that's how we do the length. So let's go to the width. So once we do the width, we are actually going to go pit to pit. So here's your first pit. Here's your second pit. We are going to go from the edge of that to the edge of this one. And again, you do want to take pictures of these just so you can send them to the manufacturer as well. But why is this important? Why is pit to pit important? This is how wide the shirt will be. So you don't want the shirt to be too snug, or if you do want it to be that, then you can make it to whatever you want to make it to. But that's why this pit and this width is important, because this is the actual sizing and the breathe room of the shirt. All right, so after that, we are going to go to the sleeve length. The sleeve length starts at the top of this seam right here, all the way to the end of the shirt right here. Why is the sleeve length important? This is how long the sleeve will actually be, and this is how it will sit on the arm. So me, myself, I actually like oversized shirts. So my sleeve length is always around 10 inches, maybe a little bit above that. But if you want like a muscle shirt or a shirt that's tighter around, then it will be a little bit shorter than that. So we'll come from the top of the seam all the way down to the bottom of the shirt right here, the bottom of the sleeve, and then you'll take a picture and send that to them as well as sending the numbers as well. So next, we are going to go shoulder length. Shoulder length may actually be the most important in my opinion. Of course, once we did the width at the bottom of the pits, this is how the shirt will fit. But the main portion of how this shirt will fit always lies within the shoulder length. I have broader shoulders myself, so I always have to, if I'm doing something for myself, I always have to kind of spread the numbers a little bit just to make it a little bit wider. But we'll come from the top of this seam all the way over to the top of this seam. Take a picture, send it, write the numbers down, all that good stuff. All right, now we're going to do the neck width. The neck width is always from this part of the neck to this part of the neck. All right, so we're going to come from here to here. Neck widths are pretty general, unless you're doing, something, you're trying to finesse it or, do something a little freaky with the collar. These will always be kind of general, honestly, but, just take that picture and send it over, write those numbers down. All right, so next we are going to go armhole. The armhole is just how it sounds. That hole right there that opens up on that arm. So this is important. Going back to me liking oversized shirts, I don't want an oversized sleeve fit with a tight armhole. That just wouldn't make sense to me. But to measure that armhole, you come from here to here. Let me get a little closer for you. You come from here to here, and that's your measurements. Take that picture, send it off. All right, so the hem width. The hem is at the bottom of the shirt. This is the hem. This is good for if you just want a regular fit, loose fit. Some people like the scrunchy look at the bottom. That's what this hem length will be for. Hem width will be for. So we'll want to go from here all the way over. Again, take those numbers down, send that picture off. And then the last but not least, we are going the neck rib height. Neck rib height is here. This is the actual collar and the height on it, like how far it comes up. Sometimes you'll see a thick collar. Sometimes you'll see a super thin collar. That's what this is. So these are generally always around 1 inch, just for like basic t-shirts. Yeah, like this one's right at 1 inch. But yeah, once you get that, based off how you want your design, take that number down, send that picture off. All right, so there you have it. That is how you get your shirt sized and sent off to your manufacturer in the right way. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment below. I'll be happy to get back to you. Also, when you do get your shirt size and everything gets rolling, follow me on Adrian Michael 2_ on TikTok and Instagram. I would love to just take a look at your brand and support however I can. Stay blessed.